Wednesday evening, protesters started gathering together, just hours after a Kentucky grand jury charged only one of the officers involved in the killing of Breona Taylor with 3 counts of wanton endangerment. But jurors didn't indict any of the officers on charges directly related to Taylor's death. Taylor was killed in the middle of the night when she was asleep, and officers came in during a botched drug raid and opened fire. Here in San Diego, late into the night when protesters made it back to the police station, police declared the march as an unlawful assembly. Eventually, the protesters came face to face with flashbangs and non-lethal bullets.
I didn't personally see any acts of vandalism, and there was no physical violence at all.
One of the protesters, who only wants to be identified as A, for fear of being retaliated against, said the march was mostly peaceful. Though last night, SDPD tweeted officers had declared an unlawful assembly because of violence and vandalism. SDPD confirmed that 10 people were arrested last night, 7 of them for failure to leave when an unlawful assembly was announced.
There was definitely a lot of tension when we were over at the police station. There was definitely an air of kind of like waiting for the shoe to drop. I feel like a lot of people characterize a lot of protests as like more violent in nature and things like that. All the protests I've been to have not been violent. The only violence I've seen has been started by either cops or like counter protesters.
KPBS asked SDPD to define which acts of violence and vandalism sparked the unlawful declaration, but they were not able to share those details.